Welcome back, Colonels and Lady Colonels. Guess what today is? It's another
High Five Friday.
And we're glad you're here. So we've been super busy, and now we're going to kind of roll through all of those details from this week. We're going to talk about next week. We've got a lot to cover. Go. What have we been doing?
So this week we had freshman orientation. Groups of 10 freshmen were able to come in. They were able to get their schedule. They were able to walk their schedule. They were able to meet some teachers. They committed to graduate.
The handprints on their numbers.
Yep, so the big 2024 got hand printed. We had lots of freshmen. Over 350 freshmen were in the building throughout the whole week, not at one time.
No.
Social distance, had their mask on. They got to learn some of those policies and procedures. They got to get a survival guide.
We all need one.
Which I wish I could get right now. And because just things have been stressful, it's been coming in waves.
It has been, and I think with all of the changes and the updates and trying to get school underway, we all are experiencing a little bit of stress, especially as we kind of get into more lessons, mastery guides, infinite campus attendance.
Attendance has been a nightmare, but we're figuring it out as teachers, and students are figuring it out, and now students
can take their own.
They can take their own attendance, so they can get in their infinite campus every day and check in for the entire day that they're there. And that will record attendance for all 4 blocks. So students, make sure you're doing that. If you don't know how, check your PLT Google Classroom, and there's directions in there.
So while all this stress has been going on, it's important that you take care of yourself. Self-care. Get your rest, eat right, and find those things that make you happy to kind of give you a moment to relax, right? And I know the teachers have been doing some of those things.
Yeah. There's, Mr. Payne down in the greenhouse has been putting on a little gardening class during lunch. That teachers can go down there and kind of get their minds off school. Ms. Giles has been hosting, I think they've been painting door hangers.
We have been painting door hangers.
And so
I'm excited about that.
Lots of other activities are happening as well. Me and Mr. Carter went out and played cornhole during our lunch the other day just to kind of get our mind off things. So find whatever it is for you. It might be reading a book, it might be running, exercising, it might be playing video games, whatever it may be, just to kind of get your mind off of school and the pandemic. And so make sure you're practicing those self-care things.
I call them brain breaks.
Yeah,
little
definitely.
Brain break. Why not?
Got to have that. So mine's listening to music, maybe going for a run. Those allow me to just kind of get in my zone and get out of my own head about things.
And some other things to think about besides all your academic work, there's clubs sign up coming on. So next week is Club Rush Week. What we're going to do is we're going to spotlight clubs that our school offers, organizations and clubs for you to get involved in and beef up that resume, find that interest that you have and get involved, meet some people, make some new friends. And so we've been gathering that information. It's going to be pretty cool. We've got a new club to announce. The Sign Language Club.
Nice.
I know, right?
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
So,
yes, we always do Club Rush Week normally right outside the cafeteria. We have the booths that clubs can set up at, and you can go out there and ask questions about it. And so instead, it'll all be pushed out through your PLT Google Classroom and social media. And so get in there. There will be interest forms that you can fill out if you're interested in joining a certain club. And we would love for every student to be in at least one club.
Absolutely, or more than one.
Or more than one. Find that group that you really just vibe with. Find that niche within high school. And everybody that's in a club will definitely tell you that being in a club helped them enjoy their high school experience.
And we need to make as many memories as possible while we can. Speaking of, it's game time.
Oh, yes.
Our games
Sports
are underway.
have kicked off.
Athletes are doing their thing, and we are excited. Ticket sales are going on. How about our new athletic director, Mark Andrews?
Big shout out to Mark Andrews. I mean, the other day, he was literally sitting out front in his tailgate of his truck selling tickets for an away game just so people could have tickets. So for our home games, we'll be using something called GoFan. More information will be coming out about that, how you'll be able to buy your tickets online prior to coming to the game. So just be looking out for that about our home games. And when home games start happening, what else is going to happen at the beginning of the season?
Senior nights.
Senior nights.
So what happened is we're pushing all the senior nights up to the beginning of the season so we can get those in, celebrate our seniors, show our appreciation, and move on. And so the plans are underway. We're using QR codes and some different things to kind of celebrate our seniors. So we're looking forward to that. Next week we have 2 senior nights. We have volleyball and the football game are both going to be senior nights next week. We're waiting on the boys soccer game date, and more information will be coming. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, and normally we always have senior nights, last home game of the year, but with all the uncertainty going on, we don't know when things are going to change. We're putting senior nights at the beginning. Let's celebrate them. You know, they've fought hard to get to their senior year, and they deserve to have that moment.
Which means we have to do our part. So mask up, know what you're walking into, right? We have to social distance in our family clusters so that we can be there to support our colonels.
And limited attendance. And then whenever you do come out to games, and every Friday, make sure you're rocking that maroon and white. And I bet if you see Stovall like later on today,
I will have on my
she'll have
maroon.
on her maroon and white. So her mask is maroon. We know that for sure.
But on Fridays we wear maroon, and we want you to wear maroon too. So it's time, businesses, all of our students, it's Friday, wear maroon.
And go Colonels.
With that wraps it up. We're excited. The time is now. High Five Friday in the books.